National Guard troops in Los Angeles. One of your top D.C. daily headlines for June 13. Deploying National Guard troops to Los Angeles is illegal, but they will stay where they are for now. Two court rulings on Thursday first found President Trump violated the Fifth Amendment by sending in the National Guard to a state without a request or approval from that state. Then an appeals court temporarily blocked that ruling, meaning the troops will stay in LA at least until a court hearing that is set for Tuesday. The Trump administration telling thousands of immigrants with temporary legal permission to live and work in the U.S. they have to leave. Temporary humanitarian protections for 500,000 immigrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela have now been revoked and must immediately self-deport with a $1,000 travel stipend that will be given upon arrival in their home country. The Department of Homeland Security sharing a far-right poster on social media of Uncle Sam calling for help finding, quote, all foreign invaders, giving a phone number for ICE. Multiple far-right X accounts say they created the image before the Trump administration shared it. Well, former Columbia University activists who the Trump administration is trying to deport must be released today. Mahmoud Khalil will be released from a facility in Louisiana unless the government appeals. That ruling coming down from a federal judge.
Certainly expect to see some of those same types of anti-ICE protests right here in the Houston area and surrounding cities like Katy, Kingwood, and Cypress.
Fox 26's Jade Floria is live with Governor Abbott's plans to keep things under control here in the Houston area and all of Texas. Good morning to you, Jade.
Yeah, good morning. And you guys, we've all seen it, kind of the videos and images of vandalism and unrest in California during those anti-ICE protests, and that has sparked some concern here in Texas. But officials say that they are taking every step necessary to make sure that that chaos doesn't happen here in Houston during this week's protest. The No Kings protest is led by the progressive group 5051, and they're aimed at President Trump's immigration policies and what organizers describe as authoritarian overreach. Governor Greg Abbott says that 5,000 National Guard troops and 2,000 state troops are being deployed statewide ahead of the protest. The National Guard's presence has already been confirmed in San Antonio, but details on other locations do remain undisclosed at the moment. Meanwhile, Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo says that she's confident in local law enforcement and no need for federal assistance. Abbott, however, made it clear that any unlawful activity will not be tolerated.
There were protests without any property being damaged or anybody being hurt. And people are free to protest if they don't harm anything. However, because of the possibility, because the size of the crowds could grow large, because things could get out of control, we want to make sure that we have the assets in place where we're going to be able to quickly respond.
Now, there's over half a dozen anti-ICE protests that are being held on Saturday at the following locations, including Houston City Hall, Sugar Land Town Square, Katy City Hall, Cypress, Kingwood, and Conroe. There is one protest by the advocacy group FIEL that will be held this evening. Reporting from Katy, Jade Fleury, Fox 26 News.